Imagine how amazing it would feel to attract any woman you desired just by using a simple combination of words. Delicate words that will flick a switch inside her head and make her want you so badly that she won't be able to control herself from fantasizing about you. Picture what it will be like when you finally have her chasing you down as she pulls you close and whispers in your ear how desperately she wants to be with you. Hi, I'm Anna, and in just a moment, I'm going to reveal how you can use the simple but powerful plug-in principle to make any girl want to sleep with you. Simply stated, my plug-in principle gives you direct access to what a woman is thinking. It's like having a magical X-ray vision into her mind and having the key to enter the Forbidden City. That means you'll have the advantage because you'll know what she's thinking. And this will allow her to easily appeal to her emotions in a way that will mesmerize and touch her so deeply that she won't be able to explain what's happening. She won't be able to resist the overwhelming feelings of sexual desire for you. Like a caged tiger suddenly set free, you'll finally be able to roam as you please and satisfy your primal needs and desires, like you were born to do. Now, I can understand if you think this would never happen to you, and true, for most guys it's more than likely that it won't. But for a guy who understands how to use the words behind the plug-in principle, all of this is possible and, believe it or not, downright easy. And let me assure you that these aren't a bunch of lame pickup lines. Rather, they're genuine words that connect with women and stimulate her emotions like a sexy romance novel. But before I get into it, I want you to stop whatever you're doing, turn off your phone, and listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you in this short presentation will change your dating life as you know it. I will expose some simple yet highly effective secrets which are not taught in any class, discussed in any book, or shared anywhere else. But you must watch this free presentation right now, as it may not be available or free much longer. I'm being pressured by many pickup artists to remove this video because, to put it bluntly, what I'm about to reveal could put them out of business. And it's because of one resounding fact. These are seduction secrets that only women knew about. Until now. Very few women, if any, will actually tell you these secrets or be able to explain them like I can. But in the next few minutes, I will lay them out for you. And this is the only way to get the dream woman or women you know you deserve. Once you apply this principle, watch in utter disbelief as her emotions go into overdrive and gets lost in a rush of ecstasy when she sees you. When she looks at you with those spellbound eyes wide-eyed with amazement, she'll wonder why she hasn't met anyone like you before. It even works on girls you're sure have locked you into the friend zone. What's more, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't even matter if you're short, overweight, or think that you're too skinny. In fact, it doesn't even matter how old you are. I've helped guys in their 40s date 18 and 20-year-olds. It happens all the time. Most men don't know how to trigger this emotional state in a woman. But with this formula, it's a snap. This means you'll have an unfair advantage over every other guy. Furthermore, the plug-in principle won't just work with women you don't really want. It will work with anyone, including the woman of your dreams. All you need are the right words. And once you know them, it'll be like having your confidence injected with steroids. Once you understand this principle, you won't be able to contain the pure adrenaline rush flowing through your body. You'll practically be jumping out of your skin with excitement over how easy it has become for you to talk and succeed with women. And just so we're clear, and honestly, I really shouldn't be doing this because women everywhere are going to be pissed at me for telling you this, but I am not just talking about making some average chick talk to you or be your friend. I am not just talking about getting some bar slut to tolerate you while she waits for some other asshole to come along and do it right. I'm talking about the ability to make any woman you want so desperate to have you that she will instantly experience an overwhelming craving for you sexually, which means you can use it on that girl you like. You know, the one you've been fantasizing about, or just the next girl you'd like to see naked, without worrying about her rejecting you, and without worrying about competing with other guys to make her like you, make her want you, make her ask you out, and get her instantly quivering with agonizing desire for hot, sweaty, primal, dripping wet sex with you. And just like that, now she's yours. Whether that's for a night, or whether you want to make her fall in love with you and have her asking you if she can be your girlfriend. And since this principle is invisible to the female mind, that means you can casually use this principle on her whenever you feel like it, and then just sit back with a very cocky smile as her ape brain takes over. Her rational mind vanishes in a puddle, and she leans in, gives you that look that shoots like electricity down your spine. She digs her nails into your arms and yanks you off somewhere alone so she can get what she needs from you so desperately. And I don't care if you're 80 pounds overweight. I don't care if you have back hair like a Yeti or if you have a colostomy bag strapped to the outside of your pants. Honestly, you could be toothless, wearing a garbage bag like some kind of street bum, have a face covered in oozing zits, and have been rejected by every single girl you've ever hit on in your life, and you will still be able to get that girl feeling hot, hungry, and insanely turned on. And if you want, you can have her for as long as you want, wherever you want, however you want. And she loves it because she wants you. So how can I be so damn sure about all this? Well, that's easy. Because thousands of guys are already using this principle to instantly induce a state of quivering desperation in the woman they want, so that she comes to them and begs them for sex. Men like Jake, who used this principle on his friend's hot sister Emma, and 10 minutes later, she was staring at him with wet bedroom eyes and pleading with him to do whatever he wanted to her. Men like Luke, who used this principle on the cute barista at the cafe, and she ripped the buttons off his favorite shirt when she yanked it off him just 20 minutes later. Men like Eric, who used it on an underwear model who thought she was too good for him, and he thought there was no way in hell it would work. Because he's balding, 49 years old, with a beer gut like a pregnant woman, and a micro dick that other women had laughed at before. And the next morning, that same bitchy model was too sore to walk, thanks to all the nasty things she made him do to her. See, when you have this principle, you invisibly disconnect her rational mind and instantly induce such a state of primal desperation that the rational side of her brain shuts down. Her ape brain takes over, and she's reduced to a quivering mess of unbearably naughty, dripping wet craving for you. So who the hell am I to be making all these outrageous promises to you right now? Well, like I said, I'm Anna, and yes, I'm a professional and highly respected dating coach. But more than that, I am a woman. And that means I have access to weird kinks in a woman's sexual armor that most guys will never know about. But listen, I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass in one of those lame bragging rights speeches that so-called gurus always seem to make. I'm here to give you the secret to making a girl chase you, pin you down, and try to get you naked, to have her lips trembling, and to see her get that look on her face where you can literally smell the lust just emanating off of her. So keep watching, because I'm going to give you that secret, so you can have complete control over a woman's sexual cravings and have her quivering with red-hot lust and hungry desperation, where she begs you to do anything you want to her, as long as you do it now. And I'll give you all that just as soon as I tell you this story. Cool? Paul approached me a couple months ago with one burning desire. He wanted to be able to date more women, and most of all, he wanted to be able to have sex with more women. But, he said, I don't just want any women. I only want hot women. Unfortunately for Paul, he had a big problem. He was running out of faith. He'd read zillions of books on relationships and dating. He'd worked with experts. He'd even been to pick-up boot camps before. After all this time, he was practically an expert himself. He knew all the theory. He knew what should work. And yet he was still alone. Horny, bitter, and completely sexually frustrated, bribing women with gifts, dinners, even jewelry, and yet never getting anywhere, never turning her on. The last straw was when he met an incredible goddess called Jessica. Tall, curvaceous, amazing huge eyes, and he felt like things were going pretty well. He met her at a party one night, and she seemed into him, so naturally he decided to try and escalate. He leaned in for the kiss, and she turned her head away so his lips landed on her cheek instead. And that's when he heard it. Again. Those words that made him want to rip his hair out and scream. Gee, Paul, you seem really sweet, but I just don't feel that way about you. I'm sorry, you seem like a nice guy, but can we just be friends? Paul felt like his head was going to explode. Women should be interested. After all, he constantly saw women walking off with total assholes. total jerks who treated women like shit, yet somehow always just seemed to say the right thing to make a woman light up, smile, giggle, and basically lay out the red carpet for these guys to take them home and get nasty. Finally, Paul decided he'd had enough of watching other guys walk off with the women he wanted. He was tired of feeling like a chump and tired of being given the brush off by everyone except sloppy drunk 3 a.m. girls on the ugly shift. So he called me up and spilled his guts, and humbly he asked for help. I could hear the humiliation in his voice. I knew how painful it was for a man to open up and admit that, really, he's only half a man, that he can do everything else right, but not the one thing that's more important than everything else put together. So I didn't waste a second. I immediately told him about the plug-in principle, and then I made him promise he would use it on the next girl he liked the look of. And then I told him to call me next week and let me know how it went. Well, Paul didn't wait a week, because my cell phone rang at 2 a.m. that very same night. It was Paul. He was whispering and he sounded kind of weird. "Hey, Anna," he whispered. "It's Paul. I just had to call you and tell you. I went out tonight to the all-night grocery to pick up a six-pack. I figured I'd just stay at home that night and probably watch TV and just drink by myself. But when I got to the store, there was this cute college girl there, wearing those sexy jeans that college chicks wear. I stood behind her in the checkout line, and I remembered you making me promise I'd use the principle on the first cute girl I saw. Honestly, I thought there was no way in hell it would work. I was wearing scruffy track pants and I hadn't shaved in like a week, but I did it anyway. I just smiled at her, said hi, and then I used it on her right away, and her face just lit up. She turned her back right on the checkout guy just so she could talk to me, and after literally 2 minutes flat, she was licking her lips and playing with her hair and all that flirty cute stuff that girls do. And then while I was paying for my beer, she asked me if I needed some help drinking it. And when I said sure, she basically dragged me back to her place. She pushed me onto the kitchen counter and almost ripped my pants off. I have never had a woman do that to me, ever. It was incredible. She was so turned on, it was like she couldn't help herself. "Paul," I said, "that's awesome. But why do you sound so weird and muffled?" "Oh," he said, "I'm calling you from her bathroom right now. She thinks I'm taking a shower. I have to hurry. She said she wants me to come back so I can do more naughty stuff to her. But I just had to call you and say, holy shit, this secret of yours really does work." Then he laughed, hung up the phone, and I lay back in bed grinning to myself. So, what happened next? Well, these days, Paul's dating quite a few women. His favorite is Jenna, the fitness model. You might have seen her in a pretty famous men's magazine. Naming no names, but she's the blonde one, posing naked on a bale of hay. Then there's Sarah, a sexy librarian type who likes tight skirts and high heels. And Sammy, the girl next door type who likes pigtails, denim cutoffs, and who really likes to be dominated. I actually saw Paul the other day and I asked him if he still wanted a girlfriend. And he said, "You know what? That's so weird. I used to think I wanted a real girlfriend more than anything. I thought just having one special woman would make my life so much better. But, and not to brag, but now that I can get pretty much any woman I want to drop her panties like a clockwork and ask me for sex, I realized I don't really want just one woman anymore. I want them all." And that's exactly what he's doing now. Having fun as the man who can get any girl he wants getting all flushed and giggling and feeling very naughty, and asking him to come home with her so she can get the pleasure and sexual joy she wants so badly from him. And you should see the expression on his friends' faces the first time they saw him use this principle on a woman. Their mouths were so far open, you could probably drive a truck through. And they can't stop talking about how he managed to lose the old, boring Paul and replace him with this new, exciting version who literally drives women crazy with desperation for hot, nasty, primal, vicious, white, hot sex. Paul told me he recently shared the principle with a few of his friends because they wouldn't stop bugging him about how he was doing all of this. His friend Adam used it on the girl at the record store who rejected him when he asked her out a month ago. This time, he waltzed in, messily eating a takeout hamburger and getting mayonnaise all over the records. And when she came over to yell at him, looking all sexy and angry, He just used the principal on her before she could say anything, and instead of yelling at him, she ended up locking the shop door and dragging Adam into the back room so she could suck the mayonnaise off his fingers and beg him to nail her right there against the wall. Greg heard about the principal from Adam, and when he saw his 23-year-old neighbor Linda having a barbecue in the backyard with her girlfriends, he hopped over the fence and went straight up to Linda and used the principal on her while her boyfriend was out buying more beers for the guests. And she was so turned on that she yanked him into the laundry room to fool around with her before her boyfriend came back. He couldn't believe it. Here was a girl who'd literally seen him every day for years and had never given him a second glance. But now, in a matter of minutes, she was grabbing him by the hand, scraping her nails down his wrists, and telling him to take her shirt off in the laundry room while her rugby player boyfriend was out buying beer. Greg said she keeps texting him and asking him to come over and get naughty again. And now it's like she won't leave him alone. Greg said he's almost afraid to check the mailbox in case she leaps on him out of the bushes and pins him down right there and then. And this might sound insane, but Greg said he never realized a girl could get so stalky once she really turned on. And it's all because of the principle these guys used that allowed them to stop getting rejected and just get her so insanely turned on that her rational brain just shuts down and her 8-brain impulses just take over. No fear of rejection, no fear of looking stupid or screwing up. All you have to do is just slide up to the nearest cute woman and use the principle on her. And then just sit back and smile as her eyes light up and her entire body swings toward you like the needle on a compass. The sad part is, most men just don't understand how to do this. So they either stay trapped in a dark pit of sexual frustration and loneliness, or they try to turn a woman on, but without knowing the key to doing it in such a way that creates the sexual tension and chemistry that women are searching for. So they continue to hit that unpredictable wall of instant rejection from women, or they get bogged down in the friend zone, and it's all because they don't know how to turn her on. They don't know how to get attraction happening. They don't know how to get her dripping wet and desperate. They don't know how to be in control of the fun, flirty, sexual vibe in a way that women recognize and crave. Now, if you're anything like most guys, at this point, you're probably wondering something like this. Hey, Anna, that's great, but what the hell is this secret principle you keep droning on about? And how the hell do I actually use it? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because when I saw the amazing results these guys were getting, I knew I was onto something spectacular. So instead of messing around wasting time helping one guy at a time, instead, I cleared my schedule and I basically locked myself into my office with a laptop, a coffee machine, and a bunch of caffeine pills, and over the next several months, I worked like a madwoman to hone down the principle into the most crystal clear, focused, step-by-step system I possibly could. And with the help of my business partner, Slade Shaw, after months of brutally slaving over my laptop and pouring my blood and guts into the testing and refining of this principle, finally, I was finished. I converted everything into a pinpoint accuracy, X-ray focused online course that I proudly call Conversation Chemistry: How to Use the Power of Communication to Turn Women On. This guide is like the holy grail of understanding, attracting, and drawing in any woman like a moth to a sexy, masculine flame. And when you use this principle in your life, she's going to want you to take her right now. She will be the one chasing you and begging you for sex no matter what. Here's a small sample of what you'll discover in this powerful, dirty truth system. First, exactly how to always be able to say the right thing at the right time without having to prep for hours or memorize pages of scripted material. I don't have time to go into it all right now, but it's like having a detailed personal map of how a sexually charged conversation actually works, which means you can use it to effortlessly ad-lib and slide your way past her defenses. No worries about going blank or freezing up right at the crucial moment. You'll always know what to say. The one thing you can do tonight that will automatically make her remember you as the most charismatic man in the room, how to strike up a conversation with a really bitchy woman in such a way that she sees you as the one man who can take her, so you can easily, sneakily channel her sexual attraction in the direction you want. So she gets so instantly turned on and gets so hot and bothered that she can't even stop herself rubbing her thighs together in her seat. The 5 core components of confidence, so you can figure out exactly what you need to work on to roll any social situation. No more social anxiety, foot in mouth moments, or freaking out that you're just not good enough for that woman that acts like you're not good enough for her. You're also going to discover how to talk about yourself so that women will fight to be part of your world. Because like I always say, the story you tell the world about yourself is the single most high-value skill you can ever have. And this stuff is like dynamite for making a woman feel addicted to you, because it makes the difference between being just another boring beta male and being the alpha that she can't wait to butt horns with. Plus, how to recognize it the instant you get attraction, so you never waste another opportunity with a woman who's basically throwing herself at you while you had no idea it was happening. Because let's be honest, all it takes is just 1 or 2 missed signals and you're out. This way, you can control and manage her reactions and act on them instantly, knowing instinctively what to do next. Plus, the actual conversation chemistry plug-in principle itself, the complete formula that lets you turn her on no matter what and have her desperately craving to get naked with you so she can scratch that delicious itch that you're building inside her right now, including the conversation channels you can use to transition deeply from friendly to sexy and intimate very, very quickly. This is the stuff that we normally teach to other coaches, but for the first time ever, I've included it in this manual for guys like you to learn and devour too. Because this isn't about just being some cookie-cutter robot with a bunch of lines and tricks. It's about knowing how to be the guy that turns women on automatically. Plus, every kind of conversational skill, fundamental to advanced, that you could hope to learn, including the 3 things you can say to get her zoning out on the us versus the world intimacy bubble you've created. Because remember, when you're with a girl and you want things to go deeper, conversation is everything. You'd be better off talking about your bleeding hemorrhoids than you would be letting the conversation go dead. And that's why Slade and I have made sure to really go deep in the art of conversation at all levels, including how to understand and use different conversation trajectories to get the results you want, so you can have her going all weak and trembly in the first 5 minutes flat. Next, you'll read the chapter on making her feel at ease with you before you even open your mouth, and how to create massive, unbreakable social value without faking anything, creating distance, or coming across as some weirdo little boy PUA type. She'll be way too busy feeling the waves of fun and excitement and fascinated desire tingling up and down her spine to bother wondering whether you're gaming her. And that's the beauty of it. It's not a game. It's just you finally understanding how to talk to women in a way that works, so you can take her from hello to unbearably turned on, instead of just relying on chance and hoping for a lucky break. Because with this information, you'll be the one in control. And finally, you can sit back, relax, and watch her come to you. Hear her ask you to come home with her. Have her push you onto the bed, rip your clothes off, and devour your body like a starving lioness. I'm Anna, creator of Conversation Chemistry. Conversation chemistry is the powerful, proven blueprint that's been shown to work on men of all ages. The black book manual that you can use in every situation to make her crave you. It's a system that guarantees massive, lasting transformation in the life of any guy who learns it, applies it, and uses it in his daily life. Whatever your dating situation is right now, and quite frankly, even if you flat out don't believe that such a thing is even possible, because you will once you see it for yourself. Now, you might believe a program with as many insane breakthroughs as this one should be super pricey, and it's true. The recommended retail price of Conversation Chemistry is $97. But the truth is, I want you to have every opportunity to get your hands on this material, so you can finally start being that guy who can just turn her on and have her chasing you. Which is why we made the decision to make this course almost stupidly affordable. So you will not be paying $97 for Conversation Chemistry today. Not $67, not even $57. Your total investment today, if you act now, is just one simple payment of only $47. All you have to do is look below this video now. Click the big shiny Add to Cart button that you see below this video now. Get the material, read it, Take a day or two to absorb it and apply it, and I guarantee it will change your life. Plus, if you act now, I'm also going to give you, free of charge, these incredible bonuses. The How to Approach Women and Start Conversations audio interview with professional dating coach and wing girl, Marnie Kinreys. So you can get the cold approach and even the warm approach down. The double commitment in your relationship ebook that allows you to instantly ignite a high-octane fire in your relationship and really start feeling the heat. So your relationships with women can stay hot, sexy, and happy no matter how long you've been together, if you follow this breakthrough advice. The Increase Your Social Standing and Desirability in Seconds handbook that allows you to reverse engineer the social dynamics of any social situation. This information is what will allow you to re-govern your instincts around women and be fun, flirty, and relaxed. Even if your mind's gone totally blank and you've forgotten everything else when you're talking to her. The Communicating with Women audio interview between heavyweight dating pros Scott McKay and Sebastian Drake. And if you've never met Scott before, I promise you're going to love him. He's like the tough but cool older brother you wished you always had. Plus, if you act now, I'll also give you special access to my one-time only exclusive super bonus. An exclusive interview with Bobby Rio, the guru behind Make Small Talk Sexy. So you can be confident that you've got every angle covered when it comes to striking up a conversation with any woman. And you won't be able to believe the skyrocket effect this knowledge is going to have on your ability to fearlessly go after the women and the opportunities you know you want. That means you can turn her on, have her say yes all the way, and have her begging to be in your bed starting tonight. And I am so confident that the system will work for you that I'm going to back it all up with a completely incredible guarantee. Here's the deal. Get the system right now. Try it out. It's so easy to use. If you don't see the exact results you're after in that time, then just send me an email. I'll give you the address on the next page, and you'll get every cent back immediately. And you still get to keep the entire system and all the bonuses for free. How can I afford to be so generous? Simple. Because I want you to get this. I want you to experience the incredible power and delight of having her chase you into bed. I want you to feel what it's like for yourself to have the woman you want sexually choosing you. And I want to make it so easy for you to give it a try that you'll feel almost silly for not giving it a shot right now. Just click the big inviting add to cart button that you see below this video now. Once you get the principle, you don't even have to do anything. You don't have to be good at conversation, and you do not have to know anything about dirty talk. Remember, this system is sneakier than that. This system works on her 8 brain desires invisibly, so you can sit back and relax as she does all the work to get you into bed. And when she finally gets you there, you know it's because she wants it. She needs it. There's nowhere else she'd rather be than right here, alone, naked, and naughty, with you. Just imagine how it would feel to get the system tonight and see results tomorrow, and see her biting her lip when you talk to her. You feel her moving closer. You feel her nudging your hip with hers and brushing your neck with her fingers and making little excuses to accidentally touch your body with hers. And then, when she's got you all alone, you see that sexy smile on her face, that smile just for you, and the pleasure you're giving her. You see her fumbling at your clothes. You hear her breathing speeding up. You hear her gentle moans in your ear as the pleasure builds and builds, and you feel power, anticipation, delight. So if you're ready to admit that you want to get this thing handled, then now's your chance to enroll in the system that will make her crave you like a sexual cocaine. However, I really should make just one thing clear first. I do not accept just anyone to become part of this community I've worked so hard to create. So if you want to use this principle to break a girl's heart, get revenge on your ex, or use this principle in inappropriate situations, like your best friend's hot little sister, then I don't want you in my program. However, this guide may well be for you if you're sick of feeling frustrated, if you're done with watching other guys get the meat while you get the scraps, if you want a real woman to fall on her knees and beg you to take her, if you want to get her feeling that desperation for you, that sweet, delicious ache of yearning, that urgent craving that she feels for you in her belly. If you want to have a woman thanking God she met you, and thanking God she slept with you, and actually bragging to her friends about the incredible guy she managed to get, if your answer to these questions is yes, then conversation chemistry is not just a smart choice. It is your only choice. So it looks like you've got a decision to make. How about we make it a super easy one? The way I see it, you've got two choices here. Choice one, you could keep doing what you've always done and go it alone, without help, and without the principle that turns her on automatically. It might take a lot longer. And of course, since you won't have the principle, there's no real way to avoid humiliation and rejection. Not for sure. And you might have to watch as other guys, probably way stupider guys than you, walk away with the girl you want. And you'll never know beyond even a shadow of a doubt how to get the girl you want sexually choosing you. But yes, you might get some results through some crazy fluke. And hey, it's your choice. And if that's what you choose, then I wish you all the best. Or there's choice two. You stay on this page with me right now. You let me take you by the hand and lead you step by step through the entire laser focus system. The time-tested, brutally proven principle that makes a woman crave you, that turns her on almost against her conscious will, that you can invisibly sneak into any casual conversation so that she never even realizes it's happening, as you automatically disarm her rational brain and unleash her ape brain desires, and automatically make her think hot, nasty, dirty thoughts when she thinks about you. This is the system that makes the thought of sex with you become like a drug to her, that makes her yearn for sex with you, that makes her vividly imagine all the naughty things she wants to do to you, that makes her see you as the man who can truly make her feel like a woman. And she will never even know you're doing anything, because this is the only system in the world that makes seducing you her idea. So here's my promise to you. If you've got half a brain and can follow simple instructions, then conversation chemistry will trigger breathtaking sexual desire in her brain and body, faster than you ever dreamed possible. And obviously, you can get the whole system right now for an enormous discount. And since you're completely protected by my no questions asked 100% money back guarantee, that means you get to test drive the entire thing for free for the first 60 days. And if for some crazy reason it doesn't work, even though that's practically impossible, then you get all your money back right away. And you still keep the system for free as my thank you just for giving it a try today. Plus, I don't just dump a load of information on you and call it good. The entire thing is so easy to use, it's focused, step by step, no fluff, no filler. Just every step of the exact principle you need to turn her on and make her want you. All you have to do is click the button now, and you will be having that woman's toe curling with need for you, starting tonight. It is extremely important that you act now, and here's why. First of all, your results and delighted satisfaction are guaranteed with this system, but the massively discounted price is not guaranteed to stick around forever. I will be raising the price soon, and once I raise the price, it'll never come back down again. So now is your only chance to get the system for the massive discount that's currently on offer. Besides, I don't want to get all heavy, but not being sexually chosen by the woman you want is quite honestly one of the most crippling things that can happen to a man. So your masculinity, your pride to your sense of self as a man, I mean, don't you want the bragging rights? Here's another way to look at it. If you can't get a woman to respond to you and choose you sexually, well then that's rejection. And if you're still watching with me now, that shows me that you have had enough of rejection, enough of doing what doesn't work, enough of the night spent alone, enough misery, enough suffering, enough of feeling like less than a real man. So instead of wasting your time suffering and frustrated forever, I want you to be decisive. I want you to take what you want and what you deserve and choose to get the results, the delight, the power with women you've always wanted. I want you to click the button now. I want you to use the principle in your life and see that look in her eyes as she starts to want you. You feel her fingertips stroking your arms as she digs her fingers in just a little, and draws you closer, pressing herself against you. You feel her hips arching helplessly towards you and her hands on your back pressing you closer, harder. And you know, she has chosen you. She wants you. And now she's so desperately turned on that she needs sex with you now. And she'll never even know you're using it on her. So you can take what you want fearlessly. No fear of rejection or humiliation, just sweet, delicious, hot, delightful sexual delight. The delight that comes when she tries to get you into bed. And you can use this principle to make a girl want sex with you. You can use it to make her ask to be your girlfriend. You can use it to make her fall in love with you. Once you have this principle, it's up to you how far you take things with her. Because now she doesn't want to stop. Look, you've seen the proof with your own eyes. You've heard the success stories of men like Paul, Adam, Greg, and Luke. You know that you're completely safe and protected by my 100% money-back guarantee, where you get 60 full days to use the easy principle and get all your money back if for any reason you're not completely satisfied. So there is zero risk to you to take it now and try it out in your life. And with this enormous discount, you're getting more than half free. Just click the Add to Cart button now and get instant access to the exclusive members-only download website. The content is instant and digital, and there's no waiting around for packages in the mail, and no having to explain mystery packages to curious friends or family. The whole thing is completely private and totally secure, so nobody has to know what you're doing. And your new life is right there waiting for you to grab it. Imagine a life where you're almost swamped by feminine desire, where you feel a level of sexual power you never dreamed possible. A life where you have constant options. A life where you see what you want and you take it. You get the woman you want, begging to fulfill your fantasies and all your physical and emotional needs. You look at the girl you want, and you see her eyes light up with arousal and craving. You feel her hand on your chest as she leans in close, giggling softly. You smell her sexy perfume, and you feel the heat of her desire for you just radiating off of her. And you hear her whisper in your ear, "I want you to take me to bed right now. Please." And she just can't wait any longer. She needs you now. Click the button now. I'm giving you the pot of gold. All you have to do is reach out and take it. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. The only way you can lose now is if you do nothing. But you've been down that road already. You've had enough of that life. Enough of the uncertainty, the rejection, the suffering, the needing, the feeling invisible to the woman you want. I'm offering you the power to turn any woman on whenever you want. That power is right there now. And you risk nothing. You get all your money back right away if you want. You know what you've been doing up till now hasn't worked for you yet. Right now, all that changes forever. So go ahead. This is your chance. Make the risk-free decision to start getting what you want. You are just seconds away from getting the principle that makes any woman you want sexually choose you. Click the button now. I guarantee you will be so glad you did. I'll see you in the members area. Go ahead and place your order. Click right now.